Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our Hearthstone Season 12 playthrough, our journey to the single-digit ranks. Last time we left off at rank 22, playing our Kibler Mech, and we're going to get right back into the games again. So we faced an aggro hunter and an aggro beast. We've faced an aggro beast hunter and an aggro warrior last time. Neither of which pose too much threat to the Mech Mage. Handlock, if this is a handlock, can be a real challenge to us with this deck. If it's a zoo lock, not so much. We have a killer opening hand here. This is a very, very nice opening hand, so we won't mulligan any of this. Snow Chugger not as effective against the caster classes as it is against the weapon using classes. But still a very valuable one for locking down a minion if needs be.
Why do you call?
The Voidwalker is a good response to this because this will be a 3-2. He'll likely take out our Clockwork Gnome with the Voidwalker, making this back to a 1-1. And so we might want to set up the Snow Chugger instead, because if he does trade in here, he'll be down to 1 health. We could use the Snow Chugger to take it out next turn. Or we could Fire Blast and play the Cogmaster. So I think we'll go with the Snow Chugger here as the stronger play. Plus, we're setting up our turn 3 Tinker Town. Well, we might have been expected to have some sort of removal there. So it looks like our Tinker Town's out of the question now because we don't have a mech on the board. But we could Fire Blast and see what else we get here. Okay, that's a good play. So we could play this and the Cogmaster. He could take out the Cogmaster with the Clockwork Gnome. But the other options of this play are not great because we'd have to use 2 to Fire Blast here or here. And then we only have the Cogmaster available for a play which gets killed by... it wouldn't get killed by the Voidwalker, so that's another line. So we could Fire Blast there, play this, and then next turn play Mech Warper. I suppose that's not a horrible play. We might draw a Mech next turn.
I can fix anything.
It wasn't a strong play, certainly, but we didn't have a lot of good options there as far as plays were concerned. So that was the alternate line. It wasn't the first line that I thought of. And sometimes playing the well. So this is some sort of variant on Zoo. They usually play Direwolf Alpha. This the Spider Tank was a good draw here.
Job's done.
So he's got no good trades with the Direwolf, and we've got 2 good trades to the Direwolf. So we do have a dominant position now.
It's clobbering time.
That was a pretty good draw there. This guy can still get through the taunt. If he triggers the wrong enemy attack, he will attack through a taunt, which is a fairly unique ability for those guys. They get confused. Our stronger play here is to develop our own board and to trade into the Direwolf. or to kill the dire wolf. As far as armor plating is concerned, if we plated the Tinkertown and this guy attacks into him, he might survive, so that's a good use of our remaining mana.
I can fix anything.
So we have a couple options here. We want to try to not trade this away with something, and we can do that if we use Fire Blast on the Ogre. We could trade into the Iron Beak, and these guys can't trade with each other, so we'd be able to keep them on the board. We could also play the Piloted Shredder on this turn. So let's go with that play. We'll fight for board control here.
Tinkertown!
Sometimes you just have to be patient and wait for your turn to, or your strategy to develop into board control. He's lucky he played that, because I would have flame struck whatever was coming out next. This is a situation where we don't have any good trades to make. So we could go for face. We're going to do 9 damage, 10 damage. And next turn he'll likely trade in his Loatheb into something, then we can Fire Blast it, because it'll be at 5-1 at that point. Unless he's got some other removal, but I think the correct play here is to go for the face. You know what? Part of the correct play though might be to take the Cogmaster out and do 5 damage to face instead. No, we could still do 8 damage to face. So let's do this, and then 8 to face. That's the best play. Well, that was unfortunate for us, because now we've got to trade something into it. Actually, we don't. We can Flame Strike this. He's going to be very sad. Consideration of using armor plating here. Is there anything that can do 3 but not 4 that he might have in his hand? And there's Dark Bomb. So we will definitely bump the health up by 1, get it out of Dark Bomb range. So we have 14 damage in hand, 15 with Fire Blast. We will try, hopefully the Blast Mage can get the Void Walker down. Or at least do 2 so we can Fire Blast it and go through. I taunted up the Blast Mage just because it's the only one that won't die to his Void Caller. Oh, now it will. That's fine. We won already. We've got the fireball in hand.
Well played.
We have enough for a pack. Let's do a pack opening. I'm back to buying classic packs now. Because I've got all the GVG ones that I really want. See if we get anything good. Yeah, I've got those already. Yeah, nothing great. That's fine. Let's do some disenchant then. Okay, let's hop back in another game. Down to 21. So far we haven't encountered anything that was too difficult to beat. I think the best chance that one of our opponents had was that last Warlock. The first two decks we really weren't even threatened by in the previous episode. I'm wondering at what level we're going to start seeing meta decks, because so far these have been very cobbled together decks that you don't typically see. The strategies that they've been playing are fairly loose. This is an okay opener. A better opener might have included like a Cogmaster or a Tinkertown Technician for turn 3, but this is still strong enough.
I am ready.
Well, he really wanted to get that, get it down, didn't he? Coin out a weapon. He could have deadly poison here, but I'm gonna take the chance that he doesn't. And if he doesn't, then he's in some serious trouble with this Snow Chugger on the board. Yeah, it was I think like a 26% chance that he had it, so I'm not too sad about that. And he only got one use out of it anyway. We'll keep our board development here instead of using Arcane Intellect. We've got tempo right now, and I want to keep it that way by developing the board.
My eyes are open.
This is actually a fairly strong turn for us. We've got the 2 Cogmasters, and we can kill the Farseer here and keep our Cogmasters pumped. So we developed our board quite substantially there. When the best you can do is dagger in response to that, then it was a fairly strong turn. There's really no reason to have deadly poison there. I see. Okay. Well, he had a good response to it, but we still have tempo. We're going to keep developing the board. Rogues typically play like that. They have sort of a response phase, and then they'll come out with a big swing turn. So I'm not confident that we've got control of this game just yet, but we're getting there. The play to make here is to play the Tinkertown out and trade into the Azure Drake.
Something needs tinkering?
And since we don't really need to develop the board here anymore, I'm going to do the card draw.
Job's done.
This guy's toast.
This might be an old meta Miracle Rogue. It's seeming a little like it. Okay, what's the play? We've got 7 mana. We could do Mech. That wouldn't let us get the Blast Mage out. But
What to do?
we could do Blast Mage Mech Warrior without Harvest Golem. Trade the or kill off the SI7. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll trade on into here. Not trade, but kill. We'll play out the Mech. And we'll play out the... No, let's not play the Blast Mage, because if you play something with low hit points next turn, I want to be able to use the Blast Mage to damage it. So we'll just play it a little conservative. He could do another Blade Flurry combo with a Perdition's Blade if he had one. I think he's out of Deadly Poison though. He could have Oil, which would do the same. So here the Blast Mage may help us out quite a bit. As long as we get a couple damage on the Azure Drake, we're okay. One more, thank you.
I am ready.
This is a very tenuous board control position right now, I think. I think it could still swing. We haven't crossed the threshold of automatically winning this game.
Ha, this guy's toast.
It's a pretty strong turn for him. We need to draw into some gas or we might be in trouble. That's pretty big gas right there.
Something needs tinkering? For Mechazard.
Okay, we've got 4 mana left, and I don't think that we want to commit Whirling Blades just yet. So I think we're just going to pass the turn.
Pay attention, class.
Yeah, this looks to me to be the old meta Miracle Rogue. Well, if he's going for face, I don't know that he's got a ton of good options here. Okay, he's got a prep that could help.
To learn.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm ready to learn.
Is he really gonna go for face? Wow. Okay. Oh, I see.
I'm ready to learn.
Second Blade Flurry. We could, we've got a choice of Blizzarding or Flame Striking. And if I Flame Strike, I get to kill the Violet Teacher as well. And I think that's the better way to go. We don't have any good board position in this, but at that point we were just trying to swing tempo back to neutral. It's going to appear to him that we have card advantage, but we don't actually have card advantage because these are spare parts. The only good response we have to a Violet Teacher is a Fireball. But we're still not in a horrible position here because he's out of cards, and unless he gets sprint, he's going to be at a bit of a disadvantage. So we have to choose whether we're going face or whether we're going to hit Fire Blast on the Violet Teacher. And I think we're going to go to the Violet Teacher because next turn we could surprise Whirling Blades, get this guy up to 4, and get a good attack into there.
We hunger for vengeance.
If we put the Spider Tank into the Violet Teacher, he can attack next turn with his hero and kill the Spider Tank. The other option that we have is to put the Fireball into the Violet Teacher,
What to do?
put the Spider Tank into Thalnos, and or we could Blizzard. No, that's not a good play. He doesn't have any cards, and I want to make sure that he doesn't gain any advantage through the Violet Teacher. So I think what we'll do is Fireball the Violet Teacher. Take out Thalnos, which will give him a card draw, unfortunately. But now he can't take it out with the dagger.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Yeah, this is 100% old meta Miracle Rogue. Not a lot of people use the Auctioneer anymore. We're not doing good here. This is not a good position for us to be in. And we might have to start resorting to some desperate measures like blizzarding when it's not going to kill or get good value. So
I wonder.
he's got 5 on the board. I think the correct play here is to Snow Chugger and Blizzard.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
What does Annoyatron do here? It'll take a dagger attack. He can't put the Auctioneer into it. He could Van Cleef into it. But we don't have a ton of options. We've got an abundance of mana and not a lot of options, so that's the best we could do. The one option is to give this one more attack in case he finds a way to get rid of this and thinks that the Van Cleef should take out that guy. In any event, we've got tons of mana and nothing to do with it, so let's just pump that up. And that's game. No, it isn't game. Very close though. Well, we've got the Annoyatron to protect us. If we get incredibly lucky here, we could take out the Van Cleef with the Blast Mage. We have to trade in. Or do we? Let's see what's his response. So he's got 4 on his dagger. If he attacks into there, breaks the bubble. Let's assume that he has something else. No, we can't leave the Van Cleef up. We could rewind the Blast Mage, but he's getting a little low on health, and if we drew a Fireball, we win. So I'm gonna leave it up on the board.
I'm almost out of cards.
Well, he won't have a lot of mana left to play anything here, so we may end up squeaking this win out. Or maybe not. Ah,
Well played.
that was a lucky draw. I mean, well, whatever. You know, it's... you can't prevent something like that from happening. Anyway, not bad games. We came very close to winning that match against the Rogue at the last second. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next episode.